Hello, my name is Ryan Siemens, and I'm the Director of New Product Sales at Tierney. What that means is I have the ability and the awesome opportunity to research new products, whether that is hardware, software, services, in this case now liquids too, to make sure not only that we're able to instruct and learn well, or if it's to facilitate getting people back to the office or back to school or whatever that might look like. I have the opportunity to listen to what customers are looking for, and then I go out and do a lot of research. Some of that research, those items I'm looking at are product functionality, budgets, how quickly can we get them to in customers' hands, those types of things. And obviously how well they work, the reputation of the company, how well of a relationship we have. Bottom line is we want to make sure that the customers are happy and they have a great product that fits within their budget. So what I'm going to do today is just take a few minutes high level to share the Protect 98 temperature tablet from InfoMotion. I'm going to go ahead and show you a scan, but what is different than some of the other tablets is actually has a portal that you can go in and look at some information. Now, some organizations are just simply wanting a red and green pass-fail, depending what your secondary processes are for identifying potential students and staff, visitors, parents, etc., that may be coming in those doors. Whatever that secondary process is upon a potential failure here, that is really up to you and what you're deciding in your district. But you can do a basic out-of-the-box pass-fail based on temperatures. I'm also going to share with you some features, settings, and then a portal that you can go in and access based on what you're trying to do. So I am actually going to go ahead and do a screen share. Go ahead and minimize that. There we go. Now this is the portal. It's actually connecting over IP with the Protect 98 temperature tablet here. There's a lot of options along the left-hand side from device management. I'm going to dive into that one the most. But you can also get into integrations and how to integrate with doors and locks, key card access, those types of things. But straight out of the box and the initial use case we're seeing with a lot of organizations is just identifying potential temperatures at the door. Again, temperatures may mean there is a sickness. It could be something as basic as a student having their wisdom teeth pulled and they're running a fever. So of course, like I mentioned earlier, that secondary check is really important. So this will help quickly filter any potential issues, and then how you all deal with that from there is up to you. So in this portal, like I said, you have device management, system management, integrations. I'm going to spend most of my time here on two things: device management and the ability to look at in real time results, and also identify if you want any facial identification as part of this. So out of the box, no data collected. Some organizations they just want, pass fail. Some organizations want to collect that data and know when somebody may have been sick, or if doors are accessible on the weekends through a key card or something like that, being able to identify staff if they are running a temperature when they enter the building. You're able to identify that and have a conversation. Maybe they don't come back on Monday or whatever it looks like. So totally up to you, but I'm just sharing different feature sets, and you decide how you want to use those features if and when needed. So device management, I'm going to go ahead and open that up real quick. Again, this is in the portal. I just have one device in there. I'm not currently online with it, but what I can do, if I slide down, I have a couple I actually have to select the device, sorry. I have a couple features and functions here I can look at. So out of the box, this is how it's set up. You do have the ability to turn on an alarm on or off. Some people are just going to look, they're going to have somebody that can see a red or green light that goes off. If a red light goes off, they may pull somebody aside. Some people may want an alarm. I'm also going to talk about another indicator here in a moment that's in the portal. If masks are a requirement, you can turn on a mask requirement as well. And you also want to be able to see and scan strangers or visitors, people that maybe are not students or staff, and be able to collect that information and know, number one, when they've come and gone. Number two, obviously, if they have a temperature, but being able to track back for tracing is really nice as well, or potential tracing, I should say. So you can identify that way. Let's go ahead and close out of that. The other piece I want to look at is parameter settings. Now this gets into more of the techie side of things. Go ahead and slide this up a little bit. This gets into the more of the techie side of things. So I have the ability to name the device, so it actually will say the name of your organization. That also helps if you have multiple devices in a building or in a district, that you are able to identify and name the devices, so you can look at that data and those outcomes however you need to, or filter. You can change your password settings, etc. You can also deal with the weakened language or the outputs. That's the ability to interact with doors and lock systems, key card systems, etc. Another piece that's important too is you can identify the level of or the identification quality. So again, if you just want pass-fail, some of this maybe is not as important, but you do have the ability, especially if you're tying this into doors and locks, that you can actually reject electronic screens, paper, pictures, etc. The Protect 98 will know if it's a real human being it's scanning, or I took a picture of somebody and I'm holding it up, or a paper picture and trying to scan and get in. So you can change the restrictions and you know, how precise or focused that identification is. Go ahead and cancel out of there. I'll jump back to the console real quick. Another thing I'm able to do as well is I can download, for example, first name, last name, and picture from a student information system, or however you gather staff images. I can do one mass upload, so when somebody scans in, it will not only tell you their temperature, but it'll identify the name of that person. And that's really where the stranger visitor piece comes into. You want to be able to scan and identify, or sorry, not identify, but not identify personal, you know, or names, but you want to identify based on picture. You can do that with visitors as well. So as I scroll down, these are just some examples here. I'll scroll in that are recent. You can see me right here. You can also have it scan with masks. These other individuals happen to be Tierney employees, but we haven't uploaded their names and pictures yet. So of course they're coming in as visitors. But overarching, that's what the portal is for. It's to manage the device, to see real-time monitoring, to be able to upload, if you want to, names and pictures into the system, to be able to tie into a third-party system like door access, card control, those types of pieces, and restrict however you want to a little bit more. So that's what that portal is for. Again, it's great to be able to just quickly be able to see a name, a picture, and a temperature if needed. Now what, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. Now what this actually looks like, sorry, ignore the interactive flat panel behind. I'm in our training professional development room that has a lot of technology around us, but this is the Protect 98 here from InfoMotion. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and turn. I'm facing the detector. It gives me a temperature normal of 97.2. I do have my picture in here, so I'm going to do that again, and you'll see it'll actually not only identify the temperature, but based on my identification or my facial identification, it will bring up a picture of me and then collect that data. So again, it's completely up to you. You can take this out of the box, plug it in, and it'll read pass or fail. But if you want to go beyond that, you can do that as well. So one more time, I'm just going to pop in front of it. You can see how it read it, said temperature normal, then you saw a little picture of me, and that is then going into the portal to identify. So a lot of nice additional features to the Protect 98 from InfoMotion. If you're interested, if you would like to see a demo, again, I'm Ryan Siemens from Tierney. Feel free to reach out to your account executive, your sales rep. We are happy to go through demonstrations here We know that this is a timely solution or type of a solution that there's some urgency around. So feel free to reach out, ask any questions as you're trying to make decisions on how to safely enter the building. Again, I'm Ryan Siemens from Tierney. Thank you very much.